Hi guys, it's Amy from My Goals His Grace here, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of pages in my Hobonichi dailies where I journal and memory keep throughout the year. I'm kind of behind for August, so this is a bit of back journaling that I'm doing. And yeah, so I'm going to do the first day of school and then our chapel theme this year. So I really like to use Tombow dual brush pens in my Hobonichi. They don't bleed through. They might ghost a little bit, but I have been really enjoying using them throughout the year. I'm using a yellow one. I could put the exact number that it is down below. And then I'm putting pieces of washi tape over it. The washi tape that I'm using is just white with black triangles, and our school colors are purple and gold. So I wanted to incorporate some gold in there. I'm a teacher at a high school, and we are doing in-person learning this year with a lot of COVID precautions. So that's what I'm journaling for August 20th. And I usually put a border around my pages. I really like how this looks. It really chunks up my Hobonichi, but I don't mind that at all because this is just kind of like a scrapbook of what the year is like. So I'm going to be going in with a really light purple Tombow dual brush pen, and I use mostly the brush pen side. And I'm writing in there in calligraphy, just first day of school. There's a ton of videos online of how to do calligraphy, and I have really grown in my lettering since I started like a year and a half ago. Looking back, it's like crazy how far you can go with just practicing like every day. And then on the bottom there, I'm writing COVID style because we have a lot of different protocols that our school put in place to have us be in our classrooms with the students, which is really great. So now I'm just going over the really light purple with a darker purple. I tried to do like the shadow effect. It worked for some letters and for others it didn't, but try my best, and I still like the effect of what it looks like. So I really like having like those two tones. I think it looks nice and a little bit more creative. So doing that for the title there, first day of school, and then the COVID style is in the other side of the Tombow pen. It's like the fine point, which I use less, but it still is an awesome option to have if you do like to use those. You still have that option instead of just the brush pen, which is nice. So the pictures that I use, I print from my HP Sprocket, and it's one of my favorite things to use in my journal. So it's just a tiny little no ink printer that you download an app on your phone, and then you print out the pictures through the app, and it comes out of the machine. It comes out of the machine with a sticker back, so you just peel off the back of the photo and then your photo becomes a sticker, and it's super simple. It's like kind of a one-stop shop for putting photos in your journal or planner, and I really love it. And you can customize like the sizes, so you can choose a couple of pictures and then make a collage with them, and then you can have different sizes. So I have one of me in my classroom with my mask on, ready to go on day one. Then I have a smaller picture of me from the second day of school that I'm putting on here with my gray mask on, and then another picture of me and my coworker, another social science teacher, with our masks on, ready to take on the school year. We're really excited to be back in school, and I just feel really blessed that we have the opportunity to be in school and do in-person learning instead of just online. We did give our students the option of whether they wanted to be in person or remote, so we do have to juggle those two things, but honestly, I'm just so happy to be back in my classroom. I really missed it. There's protocols that we have to abide by, but it's worth it just so that we can be in school. You know, masks on all day, except for we're eating. We're practicing social distancing. We disinfect the desks between each class. And it's just something that we have to do. And so it's not a forever type of thing. It's just temporary, is what I keep on telling myself and my students. And that hopefully, you know, when everything gets figured out and hopefully the virus goes away, that we'll be back to normal in school with our sports and no masks and stuff like that. But it was crazy because the last time I taught in my classroom was around March 16, which is what I'm checking right now. So that's when our school decided to close for 2 weeks and do online learning for those 2 weeks of school. It was 2 weeks before spring break, so we were thinking we were going to be back after spring break, but that was not necessarily the case. We were out of school until the end of the school year, doing remote learning until then. So again, just super thankful that we were able to be in school this school year with all of our protocols. Feel really blessed for that. And I'm just finishing up writing, how the day went. It went great. My students are awesome. I love teaching. I love the school that I teach at, and I'm just so thankful and blessed that I have that opportunity to teach at the school that I actually graduated from. So it's just a really fun and awesome opportunity. I love it. So on the next page, I'm going to be journaling about our chapel theme this year. Our chapel theme is celebrating unity in Christ. So I'm starting off by putting cactus washi tape as my border. This is a pretty common thing that I do with all my journaling pages, is use washi tape as a border to add some decorations. And the washi tape that I get is all from Amazon. I think it was like a roll of 16 or something like that. Not anything terribly expensive. I can link it below. But they're just really fun, and it's an easy way to decorate your page without spending a ton of time on it. I'm also keeping the page taut with a binder clip and a pencil board that I also got from Amazon. It's just easier. It makes it easier to work with and to write on. And stuff like that. So especially on the other pages where they're really curved up from how much journaling that I have been doing. But they're helpful little tools to journal with. Right now I'm using a Tombow dual brush pen again for my title of this page, and I'm just writing out chapel theme in 2 different types of lettering. So chapel, I'm just writing in regular script, pressing harder down on the downstrokes, and then I'm writing out theme in a calligraphy style, again pressing harder on the downstrokes so that it's that thicker line. And then I wrote out our theme, which is our unity in Christ, in a darker Tombow dual brush pen, and I really liked how that looked. And I went along with green to match the succulent and cactus border. Then after that, I wrote the Bible verse that we have as our theme for this year, which is Micah 6, verse 8, which is, "And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." So we just wanted that to be our Bible verse for this year. Just with everything that's going on, we wanted to instill in our students that we need to love everybody and to show them mercy and kindness every day. I'm writing that verse in a Pentel Touch brush pen, which I have been really enjoying these because they have a smaller nib as their brush tip, so that you can still have that like beautiful calligraphy handwriting, but it doesn't take up as much space as the Tombow dual brush pens. So you're still able to get that calligraphy handwriting just without taking up as much space. And they come in a variety of different colors. I got like the first pack that came out, which are just like the basic colors, like red, orange, yellow, black, a gray, a couple of blues and stuff like that. There's another pack that came out that's like pastel, which I'm probably gonna get because I love brush pens. So they're just really awesome to have if you like writing in calligraphy and you wanted to write more in a space, that the Tombows would be like too big for it, because I would not be able to write this whole entire verse in a Tombow. It would be way too big and it would just look really messy. So again, just really loving these smaller brush pens. I also have the Stabilo brush pens, which I really like, and I thought they were going to be smaller like these Pentel Touch ones. Still love them, but they're just not as small as I wanted them to be. So I got these as well. So just finishing up writing out that verse. I really liked how these 2 pages are coming together and that they're able to be side by side, because I have their first day of school all the protocols, things that I'm excited for, but then also our chapel theme on the other side, reminding me that this is what we want to be telling our students and having them practice and having myself practice as well, is just loving our neighbor as ourselves, being kind to one another, and walking with God daily. But anyways, I really enjoyed doing this journal with me. It being my first one, I hope you guys liked it too. And if you want to see more content like this, then just let me know in the comments below. I love journaling. It is one of my favorite things to do. It's a distressor. So thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.